Hi everyone, my name is Bridget Suter and I am the teen librarian at the Brunswick Library. And today I'm going to talk about some awesome books that you can read this summer. So the first one I want to talk about is called The Skeleton Tree. And this book is perfect if you like books that are action-packed, if you like books that have a good adventure. And I also think this one is perfect if you were a fan of books like maybe Hatchet, where there's kind of a survival story. And this book is about 12-year-old Chris, and his mother is at first anxious about letting him fly to Alaska to join his daredevil uncle Jack in sailing down the coast. But she quickly relents, thinking that maybe a bit of adventure is just what the boy needs. And an adventure is what he gets. Arriving in Alaska, Chris is surprised to learn that he will have another shipmate on the voyage, sullen, obnoxious 15-year-old Frank. The two natural enemies are left together to survive in the wilderness when their boat sinks and Uncle Jack is lost at sea. Will the boys remain enemies, or will they get along in order to survive? Find out in The Skeleton Tree. And our next book is called Roller Girl, and this one is a graphic novel, and it's about Astrid, who just isn't interested in the kinds of things everyone else likes. Her best friend, Nicole, likes boys and ballet and the color pink, but Astrid's new obsession is tough, fast-paced roller derby. She thinks she and Nicole can spend their summer together at junior roller derby camp, but Nicole opts instead for ballet camp with Astrid's arch nemesis. And when it turns out that Astrid isn't quite the roller derby prodigy she had hoped, she can barely master falling. It seems both her summer and the impending start of junior high will be disasters. And that is Roller Girl by Victoria Jameson. And again, this one is a graphic novel. It's more realistic and it has a lot of humor. And the next book I want to talk about is Breakout by Kate Messner. And this book is really interesting because it has a really cool format. So it's kind of told in like letters and poems, text messages, newspaper stories, as well as comics. So that kind of format really keeps you reading. And Nora Tucker is looking forward to summer vacation in Wolf Creek. 2 months of swimming, popsicles, and brushing up on her journalism skills for the school paper. But when two inmates break out of the town's maximum security prison, everything changes. Doors are locked, helicopters fly over the woods, and police patrol the school grounds. Worst of all, everyone is on edge, and fear brings out the worst in some people Nora has known her entire life. Even if the inmates are caught, she worries that home might never feel the same. That is Breakout by Kate Messner. And the next book is perfect if you like books that are more fast-paced, and especially if you like World War II history. It is June 6th, 1944, D-Day, and Dee Carpenter, his true name, Diedrich Zimmerman, an underage private in the United States Army, is headed for Omaha Beach, seeking revenge for his uncle, who was arrested by Nazis when Dee was a little boy. Meanwhile, Samira, a French Algerian girl, is looking for the French resistance, desperate to deliver the message that the invasion is about to begin and get their help in freeing her mother. This is the most important day of the 20th century, and both children want to fight and survive. So find out what happens to them in Allies by Alan Gratz. And the last book I want to talk about is called New Kid by Jerry Craft. And this is another graphic novel and one that has a lot of humor, but is also very moving. And this book is about Jordan Banks, who loves nothing more than drawing cartoons about his life. But instead of sending him to the art school of his dreams, his parents enroll him in a prestigious private school known for its academics, where Jordan is one of the few kids of color in his grade. So find out what happens to him in New Kid by Jerry Craft. So if you're interested in any of those books, You can look for them on our website, which is mcdl.info. And also remember to sign up for our summer reading game, and you can sign up for that starting May 15th. And if you have any questions about the books that I talked about today, or if you just need a recommendation for a good book for the summer, feel free to send me an email. And that is my email there. And thanks, guys. We're really looking forward to seeing you this summer.